Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you've got a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance. So if it doesn't feel right, or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. So we are feet hip width. We're imagining something's attached to the crown of the head, so we use the muscles in the trunk of the body to extend up. Allow the chin to drop, and we'll close the eyes, or having a soft gaze if you'd prefer to keep the eyes open. And then just taking a moment to bring your awareness, your attention into your body, so we can notice how we feel in your body, in your mind. So maybe you're feeling a little bit tired, or maybe you're ready to go this morning. And just noticing, are there any thoughts bouncing around? And then taking your attention to your breathing. So noticing the movement in your body in response to the expansion and contraction of the chest. So as the air comes in, the chest fills, and then the chest contracts as the air goes out again, and just noticing, does that movement just happen in the chest, or is there a slight sway in the body in response to the expansion and contraction of the chest? So maybe the weight shifts a little bit in the feet, front to back or side to side. From our standing position, we'll just gently lean forward slightly, just to a point where you're feeling the toes grip to hold your balance. And then we'll come back to center and shift a little bit of weight to the heels. And then back to center. And forwards again, weight to toes. And back to center, and shifting a bit of weight to the heels. Back to center, so we do that once more, forwards and back, so we're leaning forwards, feel the toes grip, holding you upright. Coming back to center and shifting a little bit of weight into the heels. And then back to center. And we'll take the weight to the outside of the right foot forwards, to the toes, across the toes to left foot, outside of left foot, left heel, back to the right heel. Gently shifting the weight around the outside edge of the feet, the heels, across the toes. And then we'll go back in the opposite direction. to centre. So if you've got the eyes closed, we'll open the eyes. So we'll do some forward folds and back up to standing with our breath. So we'll take a deep breath in, extend up, and as you breathe out, we're folding forwards at the waist, head hanging, our shoulders relaxing, and taking a bit of a bend in the legs if you need it, if you're aware or distracted by the tightness down the back of the legs. We'll reverse that movement, so as you inhale, slowly coming up, arms hanging, head hanging as you come up, and when the spine is upright, the shoulder blades drop back. And breathe in, extend up, and leading with the chest, breathing out, folding forwards, pausing at the bottom. Inhale, rolling back up, shoulder blades back. And once more, breathe in, extending up, breathing out, leading with the chest coming forwards, head hanging, arms, shoulders relaxing. And inhaling as you come back up, shoulder blades back. So we're going to do a side stretch. So we're going to cross the left leg over the right. So it's not intended to be a balance, so do feel free to shuffle that left foot around so you feel stable. Raise the arms, we'll take the right hand to the left wrist. So we're extending that left side of the body and coming over to the right side. Coming up, allow the arms to come down, we'll switch. So we'll cross the right leg over the left, raise the arms, left hand, right wrist, extending the right side and coming over to the left. And then back to centre. So we'll do that once more on each side. Take the right leg back, cross the left leg over the right. Right hand to that left wrist, extending the left arm, coming over to the right side. And then coming back up, arms down, and once more on the other. So crossing right leg over left, raising the arms, left hand, right wrist, extending and then over. And then coming back to centre. We'll take the feet wider than hip width, hands to hips, and circle the hips. And back in the opposite direction. And then coming back to centre, feet back to hip width. So we're going to have a go at the eagle pose. So that's where we bend the legs. So quick demonstration, cross the legs over, and then we do the eagle arms. If crossing the legs over is a little bit of a challenge, you can stay with the legs bent and the feet flat, so like a chair pose legs position. So we'll keep the arms down for a moment, we'll bend the legs, crossing the left leg over the right leg, and if you can, taking that left foot around to wrap around the right leg. We'll raise the arms up and we'll cross the right arm under the left, fingertips up, if you're able, fingers to palms, and reach up towards the ceiling. Unwind and come back to standing. So again, we'll bend the legs, right leg over left, and if you're able, you're wrapping that right foot around, raise the arms up, left arm under the right, fingertips up, fingers to palms if you can, or your best position, reach up towards the ceiling. Unwinding and back to standing. So we'll do that again, bending the legs, crossing left leg over the right, raise the arms up, right arm under the left, fingertips up, fingers to palms if you can, reach up towards the ceiling. And then unwinding and back to standing. So we do that once more. So we take a bend in the legs, right leg over left, wrapping that right foot if you can, raising the arms up, left arm under right, fingertips up, fingers to palms, reaching up, and then unwinding and coming back to standing. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. So we're going to do some postures down on the mat. before we do our standing postures. So we'll take the hands up, folding forwards at the waist and then making your way to all fours. So we'll come to hands and knees. And from this position, a few rounds of cat-cow. So we're tipping the pelvis back, back arches, head drops. Tipping your pelvis forward, taking your gaze forward. And tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops. Tipping the pelvis forward, taking the gaze forward. And we'll continue this movement. Inhaling, tipping the pelvis forward. And breathing out through the movement of tipping the pelvis back. And then pausing when you're flat back. So from here we're going to keep the knees down and walk the hands back so we can press up. So we're kneeling but upright. So we'll take the hands behind for a back bend. So we're drawing the shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, taking the gaze up to the ceiling and gently leaning back, making sure you're not holding your breath. And then we'll come upright, and as we come upright we're going to raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And keep the arms by the side of the head as you take the bum back towards the heels, fold forwards, bring the hands down onto the mat. So fingertips come down, gently pressing the hands into the mat as if you're trying to push it forwards. And then we're going to come back to that previous position. So keep the arms by the side of the head as you come up, taking the hands behind. Shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. Gaze to ceiling and leaning back. Steady breath, so we're not holding the breath, nice gentle flow of air in and out of the body. As we come upright, we raise the arms up again. And keeping the arms by the side of the head as you fold forwards and then bringing the hands down onto the mat. Gently pressing the hands forwards into the mat. And then again, keeping the arms by the side of the head as you come up, raising up. Taking hands behind, shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. Taking the gaze up to the ceiling and leaning back. And we'll do that forward fold once more. So we come up, raise the arms up, folding forwards, bringing your hands down. Gently pressing the hands forwards into the mat as if you were trying to push it away. We'll come up again, arms by the side of the head. Keep the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. From here we'll take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're turning to the right, taking the arms to the side as you turn. Inhale, centre, raise the arms. Breathe out, arms to the side as you turn to the left. And inhale, centre, raising the arms up. To the right. Back to centre, raise the arms. To the left, arms to the side. Back to centre, raising the arms up. So we're going to do once more on each side. To the right. Back to centre, raise the arms. And to the left. Bring the arms down as you come back to centre. We'll come to hands and knees to transition to downward dog. So we curl the toes under, pressing the bum back, head hanging. Walk hands back to feet to come into a forward fold. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands forwards again to come into a plank position. So walking hands forward, shoulders above the wrists. Press the bum back to downward dog. And walking hands to the back of the mat again. Bending over at the waist. And we'll walk the hands forwards again to plank. Press back to downward dog. And this time step forwards and fold forwards. Bending over at the waist, arms, shoulders relaxed. Inhale up, hands together above your head. And breathe out, coming down and taking hands down. So we'll step to the top of the mat, so with the feet are hip width, we extend up. We'll stride back with the right foot to lunge. So the heel is off the mat as you raise your arms up, hips, chest facing forwards. Hands together in front of the chest, and we'll twist to the left, so right elbow towards or onto your left thigh, right arm outside of left leg, reach left fingertips to ceiling, hands together in front of the chest, coming back round to face forwards, face the front. From here we'll straighten the left leg and we'll bring the hands down as you fold forward. So the hands either come to your leg or maybe a fingertip on the mat, and just pausing here. Couple more breaths. So as you're breathing out, allowing the upper body to relax, maybe the head sinks down. And we'll come back up to lunge. So the left knee moves forwards as you raise up, raise the arms. And then from here to warrior two. So we turn the back foot out, we take the right arm behind, look forwards over the left. We're going to bring the left arm down, so it's coming down to the inside of your left leg, and you're bringing the right arm round alongside your head. So it's a variation of extended side angle pose. From here, we're going to straighten the left leg and come up, raise both arms up, so arms are straight up, fingertips to ceiling, and then back to warrior two. And again, the left arm comes down, right arm alongside your head and reaching away from you through your right fingertips. And then we straighten the left leg, and again we're coming up, raising the left arm up, raising both arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And then we come back to warrior two. And once more, left arm comes down, bringing the right arm round so it's alongside your head, chest is sideways on. And again, we straighten the left leg as you come up, raising arms up, straight up, fingertips to ceiling. And then from here, allow the arms to come down. Turn your left foot in. So we'll do our wide-legged forward fold. So if the feet will come a little bit further apart, we'll shuffle them there. Or if you're already at your maximum, staying as you are. Hands to hips, bringing the chest forwards. Fingertips or hands are down on the mat. Allow your head to hang. And just allowing the upper body weight to work with gravity, draw you down. Couple more breaths here. Just lifting up slightly so the arms are straight and the shoulders are above the wrist. So you might have to shuffle the hands forward slightly. And we'll do our twist from here. So left hand stays where it is. We lift up the right, reaching right fingertips to ceiling. And right hand down. Twisting to the left, reaching up. And left hand down. To the right, reaching up, and right hand down, once more to the left, reaching up. Bring your left hand back down, and then we'll come back upright and back to warrior two. So you turn that left foot round, take the bend back in the left leg, left arm in front, right arm behind. From here we're going to step into tree pose. So as we bring that right foot forwards, we'll bring the hands together. So the right foot inside of your left leg, fixing your gaze, taking your hands up. So you reach up towards the ceiling through the fingertips, and then we'll take the hands apart, bring them down, back together in front of your chest, and taking them up, apart, coming down, back together, and once more, up, apart, coming down, together in front of the chest, and popping the right foot down, and bringing the arms down. So we'll run through that little sequence again, leading with the left side. So we're at the top of the mat, we're extending up tall. We'll take a stride back with the left foot to a lunge position, raise the arms up, hands together in front of the chest, twisting to the right, so left elbow across, either just towards or onto that right thigh, left arm outside of right leg, reaching right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Hands together in front of the chest, round to face the front. And we'll straighten that right leg and fold forward. So the hands are either on the leg or fingertips on the mat. Pausing here. So as you're breathing out, you're feeling or you're imagining the head sinking down, and as you think that, maybe you notice the hands slide down towards the ground, or you take a bit more of a bend at the elbows. So we'll come back up to lunge. So as you come up, the right knee moves forwards, you raise the arms up, that left heel lifts, and then warrior two. So you turn your left foot out, you take the left arm behind, we're looking forwards over the right hand, and then the right arm comes down inside of the right leg, left arm comes round alongside your head, and then we straighten that right leg, raise the right arm up, so we've got both arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And then we'll come back to warrior two. And the right arm comes down, bringing that left arm round, chest sideways on, reaching away through your left fingertips. And then we straighten that right leg, raising up, raise both arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And then we come back to warrior two. And again, right arm comes down, left arm round, reaching through your left fingertips. And straightening that right leg, raising the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. Turn your right foot in, bring your hands to your hips. So again, we'll do our wide leg forward fold. So we're bringing the chest forwards, allowing the head to hang. Fingertips come down onto the mat. And again, just pausing in this position for a few breaths. So as you're breathing out, just imagining that the body's relaxing, the head edge is a bit closer to the ground. Walk hands to lower left leg. So you're reaching for shin, calf muscle, gently guiding your upper body towards your left leg. And then walk hands over to lower right leg. And guide the upper body towards the right leg. And we'll walk hands back to centre, coming into an upright position. Back to warrior two. So we turn that right foot round, raise the right arm in front, left arm behind. And we'll step into tree pose again. So as we bring that left foot up, hands together in front of the chest, left foot inside of the right leg, fixing your gaze, taking your hands up, apart, and together in front of your chest. And then we'll come up, apart, bringing them down, together in front of the chest, and once more up, apart, and coming down again. Popping your left foot down onto the mat. Keep the hands in a prayer position. So we'll take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Inhale, taking the hands up. Breathe out, folding forwards. And lifting into flat back. And then hands down and back to plank. All the way down. Extending your toes. Inhale as you lift your chest. Breathe out, down, press up to all fours, and then we'll come to a seated position for boat pose. So we're coming to seated, legs bent and feet flat. So we've got the hands on the tops of the shins, we'll lean back, so a nice straight line through the base of the spine, through the top of the head. We'll take the hands off, lifting the feet up. If you can, straightening your legs. And back to your start position. And we'll lean back. Hands off. Lifting the feet. Straightening your legs. Coming back down. So we'll do that once more. Leaning back, hands off, lifting the feet, straightening the legs. And then pop the feet back down. We're going to take the hands behind, have a go at reverse tabletop. So in a moment we'll lift the hips and work towards pressing them up towards the ceiling. So we'll lift up, taking the gaze up, pressing the hips up as best you can, coming out sooner if you need to, and then slowly back down. And again, we're lifting, pressing the hips up, gaze up to ceiling, making sure you're not holding your breath, and slowly down. And then once more, lifting up, pressing the hips up, gaze up, and then slowly back down. And from here we'll come to lying down, legs bent, feet flat. Reaching down with your fingertips, catch the backs of the heels, and we'll allow both legs over to the right side. Keep them on the right for a few breaths. Inhale, centre, and we'll breathe out, legs to the left, keep them on the left for a few breaths. And then inhale, legs to centre, and gently from side to side, so we'll breathe out, legs to the right. Inhale up, breathe out to the left, gently from one side to the other. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Pausing when you're back to centre. So we slide the left foot away and we'll roll onto our left side, taking that right leg with you. Roll onto your left side, outside of your left leg. The right fingertips are on the ground on your right side. Maybe you're able to walk the fingertips away slightly. And then we'll come back to centre. So we'll switch, bend up the left leg, extend the right. Rolling onto the outside of your right leg, onto the right side of your body, left fingertips on the ground, and again maybe walking away slightly, but making sure that the fingertips or the hands stay in contact with the ground. And then back to centre, and we'll take a short relaxation, so we're arms by your side, closing the eyes. Just noticing how you feel right now in your body, in your mind. And we'll take some deeper breaths, moving your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, bending the legs out, get the feet flat, we'll roll to one side, press to a seated position, hands together, closing the eyes. So thank you all for making time, getting yourself out of bed for yoga this morning. Namaste.